Hi everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den and welcome to another Sunday video. This week I'm going to show you how I made this card. Now I used a very old set to make this card and put the bow on here and everything. But I'm going to show you with some new products plus some old products together. So this card is called a folded pocket card and I've put the little gingerbread man in here, but if you've got, and don't go ooh yuck because these are my husband's favourite, some chocolates in here like this, you could in the pockets, and they'd be nice Christmassy ones. Obviously they will fold for put in there, or just one even, you know, that just looks so good. And you could put the gingerbread man out of a set if you've got some as well, or anything else. You know, you could put a nice tea bag and a biscuit in there or something like that, just to make it a nice little card. So I'll show you what we're going to be using. There are some new products and some retired products. So we're going to use the Stars at Night because we're going to use the Merry Christmas and the Wishing You the Best and Brightest Holiday Season, and these stars here. I'm going to use the stars as well, the dies that go with this. I'm using this one here which I've already cut out. Look how beautiful that looks. Doesn't it look gorgeous when it's cut out? So I'm cutting that star out there to go on the front instead of where this bow is. And then I have also used the embossing folder that comes with this set, and it doesn't come in one of these envelopes. I put it in there because it's easier, which is called Stars at Night Hybrid Embossing Folder. So I've put this in this die envelope thing because it just keeps it nice and together, and that does go in there like that. So we'll be using those. We'll also be using this punch, which is the double oval punch, right? And we're only using this top one, which I've already done. So we can have a look at that in a minute as well. So I'm going to be using these adhesive backed pearls, which are from last Christmas, and they're called red and green adhesives. But to me, that's not red and that's not green. So that's more like a pinky colour, like berry burst colour, and this is more like maybe mint macaron colour, but there's silver and gold ones in there, and we're going to use the gold ones to go with it. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let me pop that out of the way, and we're going to do this in just the two colours. Now I've actually stamped and embossed my saying on the bottom here like this, and I embossed that with gold embossing powder, which is current. So, and I've done the Merry Christmas out of that. So what we will need, what I've got here, so not a real lot. Okay, so you're going to need a main card base which measures 11 3/4 by 4 1/inch, and then for the front, which you can see I've actually embossed that. How gorgeous does that look? So this is a nice piece of gold that I've done it in, but it's up to you what you do it in. I've put on my tutorial coloured card, but as you can see I've done mine in the gold, and this measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then for my other piece for the front, I've got a piece that measures 5 inches by 5 inches. For my inside, I have got a black piece to go on first, which measures 5 and I can't see what that is. 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. And I didn't want to cut into another piece of cream, so this piece is actually a little bit smaller. This piece is actually 5 1/4 by 3 1/2, which actually still goes on there nicely, but I've put the measurements as 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. And then for my sentiment tag, which was 2 1/4 by 1 1/4, which I've actually already done. So alright, so let's get cracking. We need these two pieces and the scoreboard. So we're going to score our Now where is my scoring tool? Oh no, don't tell me I haven't got a scoring tool here. Oh dear. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was thinking, oh my goodness, where's it gone? So we're going to score our main card on the long side. I'm sorry, you're out of the screen a bit there. On the long side at 5 7/8 with the small end of the ball. So we're going to score that one, and that's all the scoring we're going to do on that one. Now on our other piece, our designer series paper piece, which is 5 by 5, we're going to score this diagonally down the middle. So you can do this by eye if you want, but if you decide to do it on your board for the first score line, which is the most important one, you need to put the top and the bottom in the same track. I've got a line down the middle of my scoreboard here, so it makes it just easier to line up. And we're going to use the large ball. So we're going to pop that in there, and we're going to score that right down the middle like so. Alright, so that's all we're going to do on that piece. So we will actually make our pocket first. So making the pocket, you've done your score down the middle. We're going to fold this with the piece, the colour that you want on the outside facing up. So we're going to make sure that you've got it nicely by making sure that's nice and even there. That way, even with your score line, you know that it's right. So we're giving that a really good score down. And now we're going to pop this one down to that fold line. And we're going to fold that across there and give that a good fold down as well. Okay. Once we've done that, we're going to lift this one back up out of the way, but we can see our line here, and we're going to bring in our right or left, it doesn't matter which, over so that this top line here, this top piece here now, is along that fold line that you've done just underneath there. So make sure that's folded really nice and so that you can see it. Once you're happy, just press that down and give that a good burnish down. Alright, so now we're going to open that one up, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, making sure once again that it's nice and even. And then across the top there, once you're happy, I'm going to push that down nice and tight like that. So our pocket is going to look like this. Okay, so for me, I would like this starry bit on the inside, I think. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to turn it over the other way, and I'm going to fold it back again. And this is entirely up to you, and it doesn't matter if you've done it one way and then you decide, oh no, I want it the other way, like I have done. I can see those stars better, and I think those stars are going to look much nicer on my piece of gold card, like so. So that is what I've done there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to open it up one more time. So once you've decided which way around you're going to do it, and you're just going to put a little bit of glue on one side, bring that across so that it actually glues it down. By gluing it down, it's not going to pop open on the front of the card. Again, on this side, you have to put just a little bit of glue on this side and pop that one across. Give that a few seconds to set, and we're going to do a little bit on the top of this one here too. Alright, and once you've done that, pop that one down there. Pop our pin back in our glue because it's a very warm day today, so we don't want our glue to dry out. So we've got our pocket made. So that is actually the hardest part. Now, if you wanted a bigger pocket on the front of your card, well, this is a 5 by 5, just use a 6 by 6. But for me, that was big enough on the front of the card. So it doesn't matter what size you're putting. So if you've got a bigger card, like a 7 by 5 card, and you want to put one of these on, go for a 6x6 or a 7x7. It doesn't matter as long as it's the same measurement, so it's a square. All right, so we've done that, and we're going to now fold our main card, and I'm going to just make sure that it's going to be folded nicely, and we're going to press that down. Now, I don't use cream or very vanilla card very often at all, which is really sad because it's such a beautiful colour, and I'm going to pop that onto the top of there. So I'm going to glue that one on. Now you can do this with just plain card like I did with the other one. Let me pop this on the front and I will show you. Now I'm going to pop that on so that the main stars are at the top. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to push down. Oh gosh, get bits and pieces on it everywhere lately. Look at that. So there we go. From the inside, because you don't want to press down on that beautiful embossed, if you've embossed it. With this one, I embossed this red piece, and then I used my white chalk stamp pad and just rubbed it down it, which I will show you that technique another time, to get the effect of the snowflakes onto that, which I thought was absolutely pretty as well. So we've done that, and now we're going to glue our pocket on the front. Now you can pop your pocket on straight, on an angle, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put mine on an angle, the same as I had before my other one. So I'm going to pop that one on an angle, and I'm going to just let it sit there for a minute, because don't forget, with the foil paper it takes a little bit longer to actually dry the normal paper on the top of it. So we'll just leave that sitting there for a moment, and we'll work on the inside of our card. Now I used the black as my base behind, and I'm actually going to stamp in black. I used my Versamark for the sale on the front, and look what I did. Look, I'm going to have to clean my pad. Very cross with myself, but I thought I'd clean my stamp better than that, and I hadn't. Okay, so I'm going to now stamp my, well, that doesn't look like it's got much ink on it, does it? That's better. In the middle of my card. And I just think, because I'm just doing black and gold, that I wanted to do my, no, I'm going to put it that way up, stamping just in black for the same reason. Oh wow, that looks so lovely in that black, believe it or not. It really does, it just stands out. I don't know if it shows up as much for you, but for me, that just stands out absolutely gorgeous on there. I'm so happy with the way that's turned out. So we're going to now glue this onto this piece. So this is actually a very quick and easy card this week, but a very effective card that you could use for any season, any reason. So pop that one into the middle of that. Got that little bit of spur on the end there again, so I'm just going to, and I've changed my blade and everything. So we'll turn that over, give that a squish down, and we'll pop that onto the inside of the card. We'll be able to finish off the outside then. Pop my pin, the glue. Happy with the way that one's turned out. Okay, so I've got my chocolate here. I'm going to put one chocolate in there because I think two is going to be too much. So I'm going to pop a couple of dimensionals onto the back of my saying and pop that down in the bottom right hand corner here. And I'm going to use these gold, where was my thing? There it is. Come on, lid. Oh look, it's all coming apart. Shows how much I use it. It's not staying together anymore. I'm going to put 3 on there. Get on there. There we go, that's those done. Let's pop them out of the way. And I'm going to pop my star up on a couple of dimensionals as well. Oops, it stuck to my finger. There's my star on there, and we'll get our chocolate and pop in there. These are quite long on one end, aren't they? So we can pop our chocolate in there like so. And that is our card. What do you think? Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? You can, as I say, like I did here, stamp some gingerbread men and put in here. If I was going to stamp them, I would have to stamp them in a goldy colour, I think, but I don't know. I'm just looking at that and I actually love it the way it's come out. And that's my card for today. It's a really lovely card. If you would like the written tutorial for this, please head over to Di's Den for Stamping, Crafting Tutorials. You'll find the link down below here. If you would like to join my group, my Facebook group, to get that written tutorial, that's great. Oh, I got an itch, really bad itch, sorry. Yes, so if you would like the written tutorial for that, their link will be below. And I will see you again next week. Bye for now.